Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. We are going live, clicking buttons and making things happen as we go live on Facebook. Happy Wednesday. Hello out there. Happy Wednesday. It is another segment of the Hump Day Happy Chat coming at you live. I'm Valerie Shepard, founder and CEO of the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery, where we help you do you, a better version of you that helps you reach your highest potential, what I call soaring, helps you soar in your life, creating what you want, more of what you want and less of what you don't through self-mastery, which is mastering you in your life so you can exquisitely manage whatever your life brings your way. Hello out there. Thank you for joining me. It's so happy to see you. Good morning. It's sunny where I am, and I hope it's sunny, like it's sunny where I am, and I hope it's sunny where you are as well. And I'm very excited about today's topic. There's something special happening today for someone who is a very dear friend. There's a launch of a book, and I'm excited about this book because I know what this man brings to the world. I know his heart. I've experienced it and benefited from the love and generosity and authenticity and wisdom, like deep wisdom that he carries. So this is an announcement about something happening for my friend, Gary Stewart. Shout out to Gary Stewart, y'all. Hey, Gary, congratulations on your book launch today. You're launching your new ebook and a paperback version and a workbook or guided journal to go with it. And it's called Artificial Intelligence, Constellation Insights from Beyond. Wow. And this is what I know. I love affirming what you know. It's a form of affirmative prayer. This is what I know. Gary Stewart is a master facilitator with over 2 decades of experience. So this book, Constellation Insights from Beyond, when you hear that subtitle, it's a collection of deep, profound, and simple for you to get insights from his experience facilitating transformative healing for people for over 2 decades. So think about that, thousands of experience of masterfully carrying people from an unhealed state into a healed state. And his new book and workbook set, they are designed to give you perspective, what I call today's topic, wisdom from your sages. Wisdom from your sages. Well, come on, it's ancestral intelligence. That's the name of the book set. And your sages are your ancestors. So wisdom from your sages, what I call that, is what Gary calls in the title of his book, Ancestral Intelligence, revealing hidden truths from your background, your ancestral insights for new levels of healing and freedom in your life. And I'm really excited about this. Here's a cool special. I'll put the link down below in the thread, and you can get the link to order the book. You can get it for $1.99 for the next 24 hours, the ebook. $1.99 for the next 24 hours. It's worth it. So here's this topic. This is a perfect setup for the topic for today, wisdom from your sages. And this is juicy. It's so juicy. And I think it's timeless. It's a timeless topic because at any given moment, you and I are performing in the unfolding stories of our lives. And our ancestral sages are the ones who wrote the script. Do you get that? They wrote some of the character development of you and me. Their experiences traveled through time and space and got wired into me. Think about that. How's that landing for you? Your ancestors breathed into you through your DNA. In some families, it's more than just the DNA. It's also the storytelling, the behavioral imprinting from generation to generation to generation that is actually a part of how you are being you. What is this? Why is this significant in a thing called a Hump Day Happy Chat? Why are we talking about this with happiness? Well, so when you think about where you put this into play, right? We're all carrying energy from our lineages. What is that? Energy from our lineages is in the past. And in some cases, depending on what it is and how it's transmitted to you and how you're carrying it, you can be totally unaware. We can be totally unaware because whatever that energy is, that information is, the remnant is stored at an unconscious level. An unconscious level. So I've said before, so my story of things I found at an unconscious level when I did my self-awareness journey that resulted in my book, Living Happy to Be Me, Dancing Your Soul Lifestyle. International bestseller, #1 international bestseller with 6 awards. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, that was a commercial. Sorry about that. So when I did this for myself, and I'm still doing it, and why I'm excited about today with Gary is because he's one of my masterful teachers who helps unlock some of the things that I'm not sure what this is. So when I did it, even before the constellations that I've done with Gary, the stuff that was at the unconscious level, I had no idea it was a part of how I was doing me. I had no idea. There were certain things that were showing up, like I would get upset about something or I would feel stopped. Have you ever felt stopped? Like it seems like what you want is right there, but something seems to be holding you back. Like, and how would that be called wisdom? So we're carrying our interpretations, sensations, and experiences at a DNA level. That's what is epigenetics, people. Epigenetics is proving that you have markers, that you have emotions, that you have fears, that you have things at the DNA level you have no responsibility for. They are coming through your ancestral lineage into you, and you are playing them out unknowingly in a lot of cases. So when I talk about self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-love, those foundations have to be there when you learn some of this stuff. So I was saying for myself, I learned wounds. I learned some dynamics that had to do with race. I learned a whole bunch of imprinting that had to do with ancestors who lived through some horrors in this country and that were related to race. Also some things that were not related to race. The Great Depression impacted a number of people across races, millions, right? Well, when our parents lived through that stuff, their relationship to money, to working, to striving, to proving, all those things can be handed down. I talk in my book about what are your rules of engagement and your sacred cow beliefs. Those things, when you mine those things and you dig under the surface looking for what could be really driving me in this idea of who am I being, those things are not necessarily identities, beliefs, habitual practices of thought, sacred cow. Those are not necessarily things you took on yourself, that you made a conscious decision. This is how I'm going to do life. This is who I am. Some of those things grew up in you. They're still there, activated in you. So what Gary, in his new book, calls ancestral intelligence, and I call wisdom from your sages, we're saying the same thing. That in the dance of self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-love, you need to know what's going on below the surface of you that is contributing to you soaring, and that may be dampening everything that you're trying to do, may be holding you back, may be challenging you in a way that you don't understand because it's in the below the surface. The subconscious, and even deeper buried, would be the unconscious aspects of you. And here's where the rubber meets the road, y'all. You know I'm a happiness zealot. I'm a laughter zealot. I'm a joy freak, right? This is the stuff that we're supposed to be making our lives about. We're in this massive learning academy called Life on Planet Earth. And it should be fun. It should be filled with opportunities to express and to experience. And our happiness depends on our present moment awareness and our present moment activation and our present moment expression. Our happiness is happening right now in the present moment. And so when we talk about wisdom from our sages, the wisdom is from the experiences they had that created knowledge and understanding and perspective that gets shared up through the lineage to you and to me. And our happiness depends on knowing how that wisdom is unfolding and how to leverage it in our lives. I use in my courses an iceberg analogy. The iceberg, the portion of the iceberg that sunk the Titanic, was not the portion that was above the water. It was the portion that was below the water, deep below, several levels of that ship below the water. And it's the same for me, and it's the same for you. The things that could be keeping you out of your happiness, the things that could prevent you from reaching your full potential, from having the success that you want, from filling that workshop, from meeting that love of your life, from going on that fabulous around the world cruise, from retiring successfully. And by successfully retiring, I mean with a wherewithal, the resources that will take you through retirement, however long that is. With you, if you're jumping into your life from late adolescence into young adulthood, to be able to do that with courage and confidence requires that you are able to answer this question. Who are you being when you think you're being you? Who are you being when you think you're being you? And for me, this was a profound exploration into what people had said about me that they experienced in my energetic field or my energetic presence. The me that I was so committed to being that I thought I was more loving, more giving, and way more compassionate. I thought I was more into collaboration. That's what I wanted. That's who I thought I was. But there was energy inside me that was the exact opposite, about competition, about standing out, which means I have to have other people not stand out, about dynamics relative to being a Black woman born in the 60s, to be the dynamics of everything happening for me. The questions I had about struggling and striving, where did that come from? Ancestral intelligence is passed down. So how do you ensure that you are being the real and true you? Excuse me. Nose is running. How are you sure that you're being the real and true you? Ask yourself this question over and over. Who am I being when I think I'm being me? Like that thing I said, is that me? Whose voice am I hearing in my head when I'm doing self-recrimination, when I'm in regret, when I'm in guilt, when I'm in shame, when I'm in blame, when I'm pointing the finger at the villain and making myself the victim? Is that really me? Or is that some remnant of energy that's within me that is maybe taking me a little out of my heart, or a lot? So what I've been amazed at for myself and for the people that I work with in my courses and my retreats and my workshops and my coaching, what they discover using this question, going on a journey to deeper self-awareness. You might have to work with a master facilitator like Gary. You might need to read the book. You might need to understand how ancestral intelligence is actually underneath the behaviors that are helping you or not serving you. The fact that they're not serving you doesn't mean there isn't some amazing insight and wisdom from your sages in there. You just might need to optimize how it's playing out in your life. So any negative conditioning that might be lurking below the surface of you that is linked to your ancestry and what it might have been passed down, the brilliance of you. And make no mistake, if you're here, it's because your ancestor did everything in their power to make sure that this day would come. And make no mistake, you're here for a reason. Your magnificence, your brilliance needs to be fully realized in this lifetime. The world needs everything that you are. So this question, who am I being when I think I'm being me, will help you get below the surface and start unlocking some of the things that might not be serving you, that are a part of how you're doing you right now. Thank you for joining today's Hump Day Happy Chat. I'm going to put some things in the links so that you can check out Gary's book and workbook. Again, congratulations to Gary Stewart on today's launch of Ancestral Intelligence. And if you need help from me, I'm standing by. You can private message me. You can email me. You can come to one of my workshops and retreats. There's no reason for you to think you have to get your happiness on all by yourself. You are not alone. Your ancestors have seen to that. You are not alone. You're carrying them everywhere you go, and so am I. And that's a blessing. So once again, thank you for joining us. Keep your happy on, y'all. Keep your happy on. Keep your happy on. It's a conscious choice. Keep that energy flowing out from you into the world to experience more of it within you. Many blessings. Thank you for joining. Happy Hump Day. Bye now. I love blocking everything down. It's like, okay, bye. Have